Welcome everybody to Startropics 3, and today we're doing episode 7, the final battle with Zoda. So you guys saw episode 6 almost an hour ago, if some of you guys did, where Mike was trying to get the fourth cube, the purple cube. Sorry, I cannot speak today. But it was taken away from him by Zoda's soldiers, who I think they kept track of him. So that would happen. So now we're doing episode 7, where episode 6 left off. So the subsea is chasing the Zoda soldiers who are oblivious to the subsea chasing them. So the soldiers go over to this deserted island, and it was mechanical, and the subsea lands on it. It's on the island. Mike decides that they might. Sorry, Mike thinks that Zoda's gonna beam them up towards his spaceship, which we haven't seen yet, but Mike has a feeling that it might come. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna distract one of the soldiers, take his outfit off, put the outfit on, and the weapons with it, so he can easily storm the spaceship that way without them knowing to see him. At first glance, before they beam him up. So Mike does exactly that. Puts the costume on, and he goes over to the other two soldiers. He not one soldier to get the outfit. And at that moment, once he regroups to those two soldiers, Zoda's spaceship appears and beams the island up. Pretty much that island is another part of the spaceship. The subsea now come in it, but they can't not be seen. The subsea is hiding really well. But as they're being beamed up, the two soldiers were talking about how Zoda has been scared lately. And it's because of the cubes, but they feel like it's something grander than that. So, we don't know why. Oh well. So once they get to the spaceship, Mike blows his cover and just says, "Hey guys, it's me, Mike Jones," and starts shooting those two soldiers. And he starts his rampage on the ship. But before he did that, the two soldiers teleported the fourth cube into the furnace room so they can burn it. So pretty much they're going to burn a fourth of the cubes, which has people, the Argonians, or the Argonias, in it. So, yeah, they're trying to burn people alive. So it's kind of... So Mike was like, okay, we got to get to the furnace room. So Mike begins his rampage on the ship to get to the furnace room. And at that point, before he goes off, though, Nakon gets him a walkie-talkie so that they can keep track with each other. Because he's going to be staying in the subsea, and he thinks that once Mike saves the day, they can easily escape with the subsea by free-falling in it with Dr. Jones and the rest of the Argonians. Argonios, something like that. Argonians is from Skyrim. They trademarked that name, so I think we just call these guys Argonios. Or Argonias. Or just, I'm going to say Argonians at this point. So, Mike agrees to fit with him, grabs the walkie-talkie, it starts going. We beat the bad guys up in the spaceship, which is kind of like a homage to Startropics 1 spaceship, I think it was chapter 7, that, wow, wow, that's a coincidence. Anyways, so, he gets to the furnace room, and he has to fight a returning boss from Startropics 1, the Asteroid, which is like this chicken walker, and you can't beat it like physically, you gotta push it into the fire below. And once he does that, he destroys the Asteroid. He quickly gets the fourth cube before it gets in the fire. And at this point, Mike had 3 cubes in his pocket, and then they track up the signal. They didn't reform the Argonians, but he had to put them together, but he didn't. The cubes pick up Dr. Jones' signal, which is in the next room. So Mike goes in that next room, he finds Dr. Jones, and they have a nice reunion. And it's kind of like very heartwarming to see Dr. Jones. Dr. Jones explains that he's so glad to see Mike here, but he says that he would take the cubes to the subsea, and they will, he will try to take them back onto Earth. And Mike was like, okay, like that. So they split up. Dr. Jones is on his way to subsea with reuniting with the NACOM and Recon. Um, so there's that. However, so Mike is still continuing his second part of the rampage on his ship, and he's like, this is a big spaceship, so that's one thing. But he's still beating him up, doing all that stuff, and then he gets to Zoda's room, and he's like, okay, about to fight Zoda, and he gets in that room. He's like, hey, long time no see, Zoda. I'm ready to fight you. I know it sounds like making it comedic, but you know, he's supposed to be like, okay, this is our third time. You know, Zoda's mad. This time's been a while since they saw each other, so he might have some new moves on his sleeves. But Zoda doesn't do that. Never mind. But Zoda's like, I want you dead, like dead. But he says it like in a frightening voice, like he's scared of something. So they fought, but they both in his human form and his alien looking form, and they had this epic boss fight. It feels like a final boss fight, so it's hard. It's really hard. But once Mike defeats him, he's like, okay, I'll be on my way. Then all of a sudden, a beam comes inside a spaceship, and you got this black person, not like a black person, but you got this character in silhouette, but looks like a woman, and Zoda bows down to her, and it turns out that woman is Zoda's mom, Zala, and she's very infuriated with Zoda for trying to kill the Argonians, and it feels like Mike is like, hi, like Mike is kind of like indifferent. He's kind of like, is she trying to help me or something? And Zala's still in shadowy form, but she pinches Mike like a grandma would do. It's like, oh, thank you, you're so cute. We're saving the Argonians for me. Mike is still like, oh, okay. But Zoda, still carrying in fear, Zala comes over to him and said, you know what? I'm grounding you for eternity. Because you trying to thwart my plans of planting my Zala seed. And Mike is trying to come up to her. It's like, what do you mean seed? And then Zala slaps the mess out of Mike. Like, boom. And Mike is like, okay. And like, so hard that he goes over to another side of the room. That's how powerful she is. And he felt that. And then Navcom's walkie-talkie goes off. He's like, Mike, get out of there, because there's something's coming. Mike looks out the windows of Zoda's room and spaceship. They're in space at this point, and he sees an entire armada of fleet of spaceships coming towards him. And Mike is like, okay, I gotta go. So Zala's like, okay, begin fire now. Not just because Mike is running, but just start blowing the spaceship up. And remember, Zoda's spaceship is like this big. Zala's like a lower level of spaceships, like the ones that have lesser people on it, are like this big. His spaceship, this big. And Zala's spaceship's like humongous. So start going. So Mike is going. He's running. He's trying to get from that Zoda's room to back to the subsea. He's running, all that stuff, and that's when the spaceships began firing on the Zoda spaceship. And as we're trying to escape, Nacom tells Mike that Dr. Jones and that the subsea somehow been destroyed during the firing and all the Argonians. But this, sorry, I'm trying to get to words out of it. I'm actually getting excited doing this. So, Dr. Jones said he will take the Argonians back to Argonia. He said that there's like, Nacon tells him that there's escape pods. Dr. Jones took another escape pod to go to planet Argonia. That's where the Argonians are from. And Nacom and Recon will try to do the same thing as well. But that's where they lost contact with Mike. So Mike knows that there's an escape com ready for him. So he gets to that escape pod right when the spaceship was about to explode. And he flies off as Zoda's spaceship explodes, and Zoda's spaceship, try to hunt down the Argonians. For some reason, we don't know. But all we know that she's planting a seed for some reason. For some reason. And that's the end of episode 7. This is a big game changer. So, Zoda's no longer the main villain. He was pretty much our appetizer, our warm-up villain. We now got his mom to fight down. And as we can tell, even in her human form, but we don't see her, because it's kind of like references Zoda from the first game, where you don't really see him in clothing, you just see him in black and the fire around him. She's a very ominous villain, but she has a grandma like to her that's like, you don't like doing this to Mike is kind of unsettling from a person like her. So this is a game changer. This is the plot twist. Zoda is not the villain. He somehow was a villain, but for another reason. We don't know what will happen with Mike, Netcom, Recom, and Dr. Jones, but we can assume that Dr. Jones is probably safe, but we don't know what happens to Netcom and Recom. So join next time as we do episode 8, which is also a new season, season 2 of the game. Thank you for watching.